Good evening, Aruba. Welcome to today's free training session. My name is Anup, and I'll be co-hosting today with Salim. We'll start in 18 minutes, waiting for a few more people to come in. Feel free to use the chat button on the top right if you'd like to communicate with us or tell us about your day. How was your day? Good evening, Abdul. Welcome. Nice to have you with us today. Feel free to chat with us using the chat icon. We'll be starting in about 16 minutes. And make sure to change your layout to Spotlight. Good evening, Tahani. Hope you had a wonderful day. And welcome to today's free training session on the practical steps to become a web developer and earn $75,000 salary working from home. I want to know, for the people who have joined us so far, where are you from and what do you do? Please feel free to share it with us in the chat. You can do that on the top right. Welcome, Tahani from Kenya. What do you do? Hey, Aruba from Pakistan. Welcome. Fantastic. Software engineer, Aruba, and fresh graduate in computer engineering, Tahani. Wonderful. It's great to have you guys. For all those logging in right now, we're going to be starting in about 13 minutes. I guess all of you are just about to finish work or have finished work. I wonder if you are still working from the office or are you working from home? Do share with us. Good evening, Hiba. Welcome. Nice to have you with us. Hey, Arsalan. Good evening. Mahamat. Good evening. Welcome. For those of you joining us, we're going to be starting in about 12, 13 minutes. So glad to have you here for today's free training session on the practical steps to become a web developer and earn $75,000 salary working from home. Hey, Mahamat. Nice to hear from you. Good evening. I hope you had a wonderful day. As you can see, some of our attendees today have shared with us where they're from and what do they do. Where are you from, Muhammad? Please do share with us. Great. And which country are you from? Where are you currently? We have Tahani from Kenya. We have Aruba from Pakistan. Oh, that's brilliant. Republic of Chad. Currently working in Malaysia. That's fantastic. Good evening, Ramon. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Fantastic. Where are you from? Hiba from India. Fantastic. I hope you're staying safe. I hope things are all good. Cameroon. Fantastic. I love the fact that these virtual sessions is multicultural and cross-border. It's amazing to meet so many different people from across the globe. I love it. What do you guys do, Hiba? What do you do? Remen, what do you do? Please do share with us. For those of you joining us, we're going to be starting in about 10 minutes. I urge you to use the chat to communicate with us and to keep your mics on mute. And should you have any questions, please take note, and we will have a question and answer session at the end of the free training session with Mr. Salim Haddad. Mr. Engineer Zain Mushtaq Chaudhry. Fantastic, from Pakistan. So lovely to have you here today. That's great. I'm sure you will benefit from today's session, today's amazing and life-changing free session. I hope all of you guys are excited and ecstatic for. And we have some lovely speakers here today. And I'm sure you're going to leave this session having learned something at the end of it. Those of you joining us, we're going to be starting in about 9 minutes. For the best experience, I would suggest changing your layout to Spotlight and to mute your mics so that we can have a smooth session. And should you have any questions, please take note and you can ask us at the end of the session. There will be a Q&A session, which we will dedicate about 15, 20, 30 minutes to. So don't worry. If you need to ask us anything, you can. Please hold till the end of the session. I see we have some new participants who joined us right now. Dr. Pranjal Kumar, welcome. Good evening. So nice to have you. Syed, good evening. Siraj, good evening. Well, it's either good evening or good afternoon, depending on where you are. It's good evening for us. So glad to have you guys. Where are you from? Please do share with us in the chat. I'd like to know where you're from. What do you do? Please feel free to mute your mic and use the chat so we can have a smooth session and we can have Mr. Salim Haddad take us through the practical steps to become a web developer and earn $75,000 salary working from home. We will be starting in about 8 minutes. I'm guessing people have just finished work or about to finish work, probably hunkering down on the sofa, or probably still continuing from your work desk. It's nice to have you with us. Thank you for taking the time. Dr. Pranjal, very good evening. Thank you for sharing with us from Assam. Lesego, good evening and welcome to today's free training session. How are you? Hope you're doing fine. Please do communicate with us using the chat icon. I want to know where you're from. What do you do? Please feel free to mute your mic so we have a smooth session. Please use the chat icon to communicate with us. Dr. Pranjal, we lost you there. Welcome back. I see you're a supply chain professional. Fantastic. I'm glad you've attended this training session, this pre-training session by Mr. Salim Haddad. It's amazing to gain this new knowledge, perhaps to change your career. I mean, you may be a supply chain professional now, but with the way things are going, you can become a web developer very easily as well through hard dedication and through the knowledge that is going to be shared with Mr. Salim Haddad today. Remen, you're a safety officer. Fantastic. Keeping us all safe. Fantastic. It's good to hear that. I'm excited about today's free training session, which will help us all in terms of probably changing our career path, probably trying new things, either as a hobby or as a new career path. Fantastic. Syed from Pakistan, telecommunication engineer. Fantastic. Hope you are staying safe. Hope things are well back home. See, people are coming in. If you're coming in right now, welcome to today's free training session on the practical steps to become a web developer. We will be starting in about 5 minutes. So stay seated, get yourself a nice cup of coffee, and we hope you enjoyed this session because I'm immensely excited to have such industry experts with us today. Siraj, good evening. Thank you for chatting with us and sharing with us. Telecommunication engineer with Ericsson. Fantastic. Amazing. Amazing. Lesego, South Africa. Brilliant. Studying design. Awais from UAE. We are from the UAE as well, so it's good to see. Fantastic. Rizali. Nice to have you with us. We're glad that you're joining us. Swad. Hello. Fantastic. We'll be starting in 4 minutes. And welcome to today's amazing and life-changing free training session that I hope you guys are excited and ecstatic for. Our esteemed and experienced lead trainer, Mr. Salim Haddad, is going to share with you the practical steps to become a web developer and earn $75,000 salary working from home. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. To be working from home and earning that kind of money, that's just amazing. For all of you logging in right now, we're going to be starting in about 4 minutes. Saad, it's nice to see you. Welcome. Please feel free to mute your mics so that we have a smooth session. If you have any specific questions, you can feel free to mention it in the chat or take note of it. And we will have a question and answer session at the end of the free training session. And Mr. Salim Haddad would be happy to answer any and all questions asked. Please take note. Also change your layout to Spotlight for the best experience today. We want to make sure you have the best experience today. Saudi Arabia, Swad, welcome. Jihad from Malaysia, welcome. I believe it's 3 hours. I think it's about 9 o'clock in Malaysia. It's either 9 or 10 o'clock in Malaysia. Thank you for joining us. Akhtar, welcome from the USA. I think it's bright and early there. It's about 9 or 10, depending on which part of the USA you're from, East Coast, West Coast. Fantastic, welcome. Ahmed, Akhtar, Some of the new guys are John Hassan, Swagata, welcome. Tariq, haven't heard from you guys. Please do chat with us and let us know where you're from, what do you do. It would be nice to share. Fantastic. For those of you who are joining us, we're going to be starting in about 2 to 3 minutes. Please mute your mics. And should you have any specific questions, please take note. We will have a specific question and answer session at the end of the pre-training session where Mr. Salim Haddad would be more than happy to answer all and any of your questions. Please change your layout to Spotlight so you can have the best experience today. So nice to have all of you with us. Extremely excited and ecstatic to have you all. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day, probably finishing work right about now, or starting your day. As an example, we had one of our participants from the USA, another one from Malaysia who's on the other side of the globe, probably almost ending their day. So thank you for joining us today. Fantastic. It's really nice to have all of you with us today. We'll be starting in about 1 to 2 minutes. Great, thank you. See, we have a few more people joining us today. Welcome. Romel, welcome to today's pre-training session. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Swagata from Kolkata. Please send some Sandesh our way. BTech in computer science, fantastic. Abdul, walaikum assalam. Good evening. Fantastic, guys. So let's start on time. Please mute your mics so that we have a smooth session here today. We'd like to start on time at the top of the hour, 6 p.m. on the dot. So we'll start in about a minute's time, and we'll take things forward. Good evening, everyone. Damazio, fantastic, and I believe we can start our session today. Good evening and welcome to today's pre-training session with Mr. Salim Haddad, who will share with you the practical steps to become a web developer and earn $75,000 salary working from home. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope that this pre-training session would be beneficial to you and to your career. So today you will be hearing from, as mentioned before, Mr. Salim Haddad, who is our lead trainer. Salim Haddad is an entrepreneur and software developer for more than 5 years, developing products and ideas into real-world business. Salim has taught more than 500 students on topics related to web development, and he has also taught 100,000 students online on mathematics. He is currently the software engineer at laymoon.com. We are blessed to have him as part of the organization. His ideas and execution are of the highest caliber, and we're so glad to have him here today with us to share his knowledge on the practical steps to become a web developer. He is also an open source contributor with many useful and successful projects. Also, we have our industry expert, Mr. Lajish Majid, who is an entrepreneur, technology, and product leader with more than 15 years of industry experience. He's a mentor and trainer in various fields. He has developed more than half a dozen technology startup teams with 200 plus young entrepreneurs and developers. He's currently the CTO at laymoon.com. So just to give you a little intro, laymoon.com is the number one search engine in the GCC. We currently work with over 1,000 course providers, offering over 5,000 types of courses to an audience of 1.5 million users per month. We are passionate about educating our community. We want to help our prospective students, our career-oriented participants, learn from the best trainers and the industry's leading experts. We offer courses in a variety of different streams, such as accounting, finance, health, safety, leadership, healthcare, and we offer courses in person, virtually, online, you name it. Also, we have a surprise gift for all attendees today. For those who stay till the end, we have a very special and invaluable surprise for you. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. This is only for today and only for those who stay till the end. Actually, I can't believe the gift. I know what the gift is. I can't believe the gift that they have lined up for you guys. But to know more, please stay till the end. You just got to see it to believe it. So without further ado, please, I will let our lead trainer and Mr. Salim Haddad take it away to share his secrets with our eager, knowledge-hungry, and amazing audience for today. Salim, please, over to you.
Thank you very much, Anoop. Thank you very much. Really a pleasure here to be with you all. My name again is Salim Haddad. I'm working as a software engineer at Laymoon, as Anoop said. Thank you, Anoop, again for introducing me. Today's session is very special to me because I've been talking about this practical steps to other developers in many different areas. And today I'm really excited, especially because I want to share with you everything I know in one session. So in one session, you will learn all the practical steps that needed to go and join web development and change your career to it, or master your skills if you are currently a web developer. So again, thank you very much for all of you to joining this session. This session will be useful for all of you, for all levels, either beginner or advanced. So stay with us. You will learn a lot during this session. Now, before I actually start the actual concept of this free training session, I would like to kind of know the audience here, what you are going actually to do with web development. If, let's say, you have the chance now to start learning web development, what is your goal to do as a web developer? So I'm going to share with you a quick poll. You will find it in the chat if you are currently with us in Google Meet. If you are watching us on YouTube live stream, comment that in the comments. I would like to know where are you currently and what's your goal to learn web development. So open the poll inside near the chat, and then you will find one poll. Answer this question, and I will share the result with everyone so you can see actually what other people are here in the event are actually willing to do with web development. So answer this question: what is your goal if you want to join as a web developer? All right. So I shared the results with you. I think you can see it right now. We have 2 people answered. They need to develop their own startup. That's amazing. Some people here want to have a freelancing, which is amazing as well. So feel free to choose whatever your goal ultimately to be as a web developer. So we see a lot of people here freelancing. Beautiful. That's amazing. That's amazing. Cool. All right. We build web applications. So the majority here, I think, vary between freelancing and building your own startup. And some people here just say just hobby, which is also amazing. So develop own startup. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm planning to launch an e-commerce website. That's beautiful as well. Cool. So mostly here I can see on the results is mostly people here in the event are willing to do develop their own product, which is, I think, brilliant. If you want to go that direction, you will help a lot of people, millions of people online, and you see actually what industry, how the industry is changing around us with web technology. So pretty excited for me to be with you here to share these steps on how to become a modern web developer and earn more than $75,000 salary working from home. I know some people he might say they'd say this is hard or something, but believe me, this is, if you follow these steps that I will share with you, either you are a beginner or advanced, you will get benefit out of them. So are you excited? Say yes in the comment. All right, cool. Okay, so let's get started then by telling you why actually web development. I know some people here are currently working as a development, but why to choose web development if you are currently outside of this field and you want to change your career too? In addition to what you saw earlier in the polling, a lot of people are willing to do their own products. They want to develop their own business. They want to have the freedom of building ideas, sharing to the world. So in addition to that, actually, web development gives you more flexibility in other factors, which I will share with you. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so web development basically can range from a simplest web application, web page, like a small landing page or small resume, to a very complex web application, such as YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Google. So you can see how web development actually help people develop their ideas and launch it to the world to to develop amazing solutions for real world problems. So as I said, you watch how many people are willing to join web development for give such as why time is important, because you are developing the product. So in addition to that, you'll be able to have a freedom of developing comes if you develop certain products and you share. Now, to web development, as huge demand for web developers with millions like web. It's not only related to big. Let me. Are you able to hear me? I will continue.
No problem, guys. Salim will be back. As you know, everybody's using the internet. Everybody's working from home. There are bound to be some issues. Nevertheless,
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Salim, welcome back.
Is my voice clear?
Slightly clear now, yes.
All right, can you confirm in the chat? Nope, still not clear. Okay, let me just refresh again and choose a different mic.
Seems
Maybe
to be
that's
fine now.
okay. Just a second. Let me check why it's giving that issue. Test, test, test. Please confirm.
Okay, there is still dropping in the voice, Salim.
Okay. Let me choose a different
Actually, it's not my
network.
comment. If you can check the comment of other people, you will find the majority are complaining about the same.
Yes, yes. I'm trying to choose a different microphone.
Can we tell other everyone to switch off the video?
No worries, Salim. We'll wait for you while you get it fixed,
Yeah.
just to ensure that our audience doesn't miss out on anything you have to say. Thank you guys for being patient, and we will wait for Salim to come back. We don't want to miss out on any of the valuable information that he has for us today. So please stand by, and thank you for your feedback. Thank you for sharing with us on chat.
Test, test, test.
Welcome back, Salim.
Can you hear me? Please confirm the voice is okay.
I would request everyone to mute their mics so that we can hear Salim and we can check if everything is fine.
Actually, it's not my comment. If you can check the comment of other people, they will.
All right. Let me choose a different microphone then. Please try to mute all your microphones so we don't have any glitch. Is it good now?
Yes, yes. I'm trying to choose the different mic.
Please mute your microphones. Oh, I hope it's clear now. Please confirm.
Yes, it's clear now. Indeed.
Brilliant. Okay. Sorry for that. It happened in live word. So I will repeat what I've said in this slide. Please let me know. I will keep watching the chat. For if you have any issue with the voice, I will repeat again and choose a different microphone. Is it clear? Please confirm yes or no.
It's pretty clear, but there is a glitch from time to another.
Okay, I'll try to slow down and see if you have any issue. I will keep an eye on the chat. So if everything goes smoothly, I'll continue. Cool. Now going back to this, what I said about the freedom, in joining web development, you will have a lot of flexibility and freedom to choose your location, your time, your work, your strategy, your thinking. You know, what I love about web development is you will be able, if you know the fundamentals very well, you'll be able to develop your products in your way, in your thinking. No one can force you. It's not a mathematics like you have to follow 1 + 1 = 2. Of course, you have to understand the foundations, but when it comes to developing real products, you will be able to develop them creatively by yourself without following anyone else. Like you will develop your own specific products, your own strategies, your own thoughts, and that's what makes web development in general very, very unique compared to any other field. All right. Let me know in the chat what you think about web development. If you have something outside of this freedom of aspects that I mentioned in this slide, please feel free to share that in the chat as well. Now, we have talked about the freedom of time, money, location, and all of that is amazing. However, when you come to join web development, you have to understand there are few terms, you have to understand them very well, which basically they are the job rule that you need to follow. Now, let me compare that to medicine. If you are in medicine, for instance, you'll have the ability to choose either dentist or maybe surgery or maybe pediatrics or whatever field you are. So same thing in web development. We have several specializations per se. So we have front end, back end, and full stack. Now, if you don't know any of these terms, it's okay. I will explain them in details. But basically, all you have to know is there are few specialties or specialization in web development you need to choose from, either front end or back end or both. We call it full stack. Now, what is front end and what is back end and what is full stack? In a very simple manner, I'm going to explain them very shortly. That full front end is a job rule enable developer to develop everything related to the user interface. So every website you see is basically separated into two things. One, the front end, that everything available on the page, including images, videos, icons, animations, text, buttons, etc. All of this are, we call it front end. And anything related to the back end, such as anything related to what user normally don't see, like security, databases, validation, all of that are part of back-end responsibility. Now, this I'm explaining them briefly, but in web development, this is what you need to know. Front end is everything related to what users see on the page. Back end is everything related to such as things not visible to the user, such as databases, security, validation, and so on and so forth. And what is full stack? Full stack basically is a merge between these two fields. So full stack developer is a person who is in charge of building the product or the website, in this case, from A to Z, including the user interface, including the design, the graphic design, the animation, the buttons, the icons, images, etc. In addition to the databases, the validation, security, scalability, DevOps, and many more. So full stack developer is the entire path, let's say. Front end is half of it, back end is half of the stack. So full stack is both of them. Now, this is pretty common for people in the industry. They know what they are, but this is information for you if you don't know anything about web development. Okay, now as inspiring enough, I would like to share with you some of the statistics that related to the salaries. Most of us here, we love actually to increase our salaries. Like if you are currently in outside web development might be paying you much higher than your current job. So this might be a valid reason that why you are choosing web development, which is completely valid, nothing wrong with that. If you want to switch to web development because it has more potential for income, that's completely fine. And statistically proven that web development or software development in general is massively growing in terms of revenue and in terms of paying off the developers around the world, globally. I'm not saying here in one region or a specific country. Globally, we have such an increase. Every 5 years, we have almost 20%, 30% increase in salary compared to any other fields. And in the US, if you want to have a job remotely in US, these are the ranges for each of these rules I mentioned. Like front end, normally they gain about $111,000 a year. Back end developers around $128K a year. Full stack is around $111,000 a year, which I think is pretty good amount of income for such a career. Now, if you are willing to have a job in UAE, we are streaming from UAE. In UAE is a little bit different. Front-end development is paying around 110,000 on average. I'm saying here, you might find jobs like 5,000, 10,000, 6,000 per month, but at the end, ultimately, we're talking about the average in this country. So don't take this as granted. You'll find, the extreme cases, but this is what I'm talking about, the average. So average salaries in UAE will be around 110K for front end, for back end 130K, and 145K for full stack development. So apparently, full stack development is the winner here in UAE, whereas in US, back end engineer or back end developers are the winners in the market. Right. Cool. Now, as inspiring as we said earlier, we would like to share with you a success story from my friend, actually, when I was in Malaysia and working with him. He became a web developer, during a short time of learning process. And now he is a full stack web developer or actually a software engineer. He graduated after he joined web development. He switched even his study to be academic study to be as a computer science. By the way, I'm going to share you my story where initially I'm not a computer science background. I don't have a computer science background. Stay tuned, you will hear my story as well. So back to my friend here, his name is Khalid. Khalid started from a different career. So I think this is an inspiring story about how to become a web developer and in a short amount of time. Currently, he's working for different countries, for different companies around the world remotely. And that's the beauty of web development. You can work from anywhere to anywhere. All right, so let's meet Khalid. I'm gonna share with you the video right now. Yes, so we'll start the training in a while. Just be patient with this video. Because Khalid also want to share his thoughts and tips for newcomers who want to join this field. So you will learn also from him as well.
I started in construction and mining field.
Nice.
And the reason like I start in the development or programming in general because of the very silly thing, which is the ads in the apps, like YouTube
Ads.
and the other websites. Yeah.
Nice.
So like I searched on the internet like how to stop ads and this other stuff. Like there is a lot of scam apps and other stuff to do that.
True.
And from that one, like I question myself like why would I build my own app actually? So I searched and I found iOS. And the amazing thing, like after about 3 months, I like developed my first app and it works on my phone actually. It was
Brilliant.
an amazing feeling, yeah.
Brilliant.
And from that on, like I found it is my passion here. Well, then like after about 3 months or 4 months from iOS development, I stumbled with web development. It was a brand new thing for me. And so I started to search about it and look about it. And I opened site and started doing some basic stuff. And it appeared immediately on the browser.
Yeah.
So actually I like it and start to get into more and more. And then after a while, I decided, like, okay, I don't want to go with iOS anymore. I like web more. It's very easy to start it, actually, especially with the basic stuff and simple stuff like HTML and CSS. Like
Cool.
when you switch from Swift to HTML and the other stuff, you find it's very different. It's changed your whole personality actually. Like to become a new person actually. Especially when you start programming in general, you start to rationalize everything and you questioning
Cool.
everything. Yeah, I think all of the web developers when they started learning the basics, they open and inspect the browser and to see everything in the Elements tool. Well, actually, if I had a time machine, I would change a lot of stuff. But for web development, the only thing that I will change is the time of starting it. Actually, like I hope,
Wow.
like I wish I started in earlier age.
Nice.
Like when
Wow.
if you start in
That's
like when junior or school, you will be of course better. And
all right. So what's your final thoughts and final advices to newcomers who want to join this field?
let's say like the most important thing is like to pick a path and focus on it. And so you
Okay.
have to learn one skill at a time. And another thing, like you have to question everything. Don't take anything for granted.
Nice.
You have to know
That's
everything how it's built
that's
and what is
amazing.
the tool.
That's amazing. By the way, that will also be, I think, an advice for even expert developers who want to
Yeah,
improve themselves.
exactly. And
Brilliant.
of course, you will face a lot of bugs and errors.
Mhm.
And you have to be patient on solving them. And in that way, like Stack Overflow will be your best friend for it.
Exactly. Google as well. All right. I hope you enjoyed this story. It's inspiring as it is. And it's one of the stories around the world that people change their career from different backgrounds. Even if you don't have anything related to web development, you'll be able to change it easily. Thank you, Khalid, for the event. Also myself and my students, I teach, by the way, students ranging from 12 years old to 60 years old about web development. And I see people really passionate about learning this field because it's really easy to get started with. Myself, personally, I didn't actually get a degree in computer science. My education was in mechatronics engineering from Malaysia. But when I started with development, I found myself there. And from that point, like 5-6 years ago, I'm there. I'm in web development, and I'm not working in my original field as a mechatronics engineer. Somehow it's related at the end of the day, but from IoT perspective, but I'm completely toward web development because this is what I love. This is my passion in my life, and I will continue. I'll continue in that for sure. I hope this is inspiring enough. And for now, let's get started with the main topic that we promised you on how to become a modern web developer and earn more than $75,000 salary working from home. We have a question here from Sayed Bilal. Can I switch from telecommunication engineer to web developer? Absolutely. I help, and I saw many people actually transfer their career from telecommunication, from computer engineering, from different backgrounds actually toward web development. So yeah, you will love that actually. You will love that. So the 3 secrets on how to become a modern developer right now is, first, you have to learn how to pick and understand the right tools and languages for your career. That's obvious. Every other career, if you want to switch to, you need to learn the foundations and the basic strategies and tools. Now, in web development, if you just get started, you will be kind of overwhelmed and intimidated for some people because of a huge amount of tools. But if you know how to choose them in the right way, will be very, very easy to start with. Now, secret number 2 is how to learn new skills and improve them with a little effort and time. So this is, some people might say, I don't have time to switch to another career. I don't have energy to do that. But trust me, if you follow these steps that we will share with you, you will be able to do that very easily. Number 3 here will be, very, very useful for newcomers and even for expert developers to know how to market themselves and earn money working from home without traveling. All right. So let me get started then with the first secret of this practical steps. Now, before you actually, start learning these steps and apply them, you need to know that if you want to join web development and become a web developer, you need literally 2 things. You need internet and laptop. That's it. You don't need anything else. And of course, the dedication to learn. So what you need is just laptop and stable internet connection to learn from the internet. All right, so there are a few questions here. I will come back to the Q&A session when I finish this slide. For now, let's get started with the first secret. Now, how to pick and understand the right tools and languages for your career. As we said earlier, web development has 3 main fields: front end, back end, or full stack. So before you actually get started learning the tools like MongoDB, HTML, blah, 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 all of them, you need to focus on one field. If you, let's say, want to build to be a front end, focus on the tools and languages needed for the front end. That's the first step. Okay, don't confuse yourself with other tools, even though they are fancy out there and shining. Just focus on what you learn once at a time. Okay, so either front end or back end. Now, if you don't know anything about them, I suggest you to go with the full stack to learn everything from like a little bit of everything, and then you decide where you need to specialize. So if you don't, if you know nothing about web development, start with full stack, and then get like 5%, 10% from each tool and service and language, and then decide where is your passion. Where is your passion to go and specialize in, either front end or back end. Now, you might, still be full stack if you want. That's completely fine. But it's easier if you choose one path and focus on. All right. Step number 2 is invest in education. You need to have kind of investment in education, either kind of money, paid courses, or time. So you need to have at least like 1 hour, 2 hours a day. I'm not saying you need to spend too much hours on learning web development. 1 hour a day will be enough. Will be enough. Trust me. Some people might say, well, one hour is nothing, but 1 hour, if you dedicate that 1 hour every single day, trust me, it is more than enough. Number 3, develop technical and communication skills. Now, communication skills actually should come first. You need to develop communication skills with other people and tell them that you started learning web development. Announce that to people. Tell them, hey, when you have a meetup with someone, I'm actually started web development and I'm really excited about this field. So start telling yourself that you are going to that direction, because this mentally will prepare you to that field as well. So do that, communicate with other people, telling them that I'm started, nothing to be ashamed of. Of course, it's opposite. It's something like you have to be proud of. You have something to show off to people that I'm learning and I'm improving myself to change my career. So network with people and share the news with them. This is your first step in the first secret. Now, number 4 here in the list is guidance from seniors and practitioners. Now, if you just get started with different resources on the internet, you might get lost. So the best way to learn these tools and know what you need to focus on is by asking seniors developers and practitioners in the field, because they know how to help you and will tell you what to focus on. So this is really, really important. Ask seniors before you start investing learning new tool, because you might learn some tool and then you discover at the end it's not useful for your case. Before you start, ask seniors about which tool I need to use, which tool I need to focus on, and then focus on that. All right? Is that clear? Cool. I think this is very simple. The call to action from this slide, what you need to do is to decide where you want to go. That's it. Decide where you want to go and then move on to the next step. The next step here is how to learn new skills and improve them with a little effort and time. As I said, you don't need to spend too much time learning so many hours on the web development. You just need 1 hour a day focusing on what you need. So have a plan for the next 3 months. Let's say, tell yourself, I'm going to learn web development. And then you ask a practitioner or senior, what should I learn at the beginning? They will tell you, maybe start with HTML and CSS. Stop here. Don't confuse yourself with a lot of other tools. Focus on them, learn them one skill at a time. Okay? So step number 1 is learn one skill at a time. Don't confuse yourself and overwhelm yourself with so many tools and languages that you might end up not using them. Focus on exactly what you need. Number 2, follow the 20-80 rule. Now, I know a lot of you here might know this rule, but basically what it is study the 20% of each tool to understand the concept of it, and that 20% should apply or should output the 80% of your work. So what I'm saying here is when you ask seniors or practitioners in the field, tell them, hey, what should I learn in HTML? Should I spend like 2 years learning HTML? By the way, we'll talk about the tools here. But HTML is a very basic kind of tool you need to start with when you start with development. It's not logical to spend 2 years learning HTML. That's not logical at all. So you need to know what you need to focus with a little amount of knowledge that will give you the big amount of output. So 20-80, all right? Number 3, utilize free resources on the internet and open source projects. Don't worry about open source projects, but if you know them, utilize them. With open source projects, we will come to talk about this later. Utilize free resources. There are tons, maybe millions of resources around the world on the internet you can find to learn specific tools. Again, you have to know what you are learning. So decide that I'm going to learn, for example, HTML, then search for the resources needed to learn that. And open source projects basically are projects hosted on github.com. Go to github.com. We'll explain what is GitHub. You'll find a lot of other developers, seniors or beginners developers, share their own projects publicly for free to be used and maybe and seen by other people. So grab this chance, see what other developers building around the world, and learn from them. Okay, so the call to action from this slide is focus on what you need at one skill at a time. Do not confuse yourself. That's the key in this slide. Now, going to secret number 3, which is I think the most important one, is how to market yourself from the very first day of learning web development. You might say, well, I don't have anything to market myself when I start the first day learning web development. But trust me, this is not true. If you learn the tactics to promote yourself, you will be able to market yourself to other people and tell them, I'm working in this field. So you'll get the chance that people will get to know you step by step. I'm not saying you have to grow globally within a day, but step by step. Start with your friends, start with your family. Tell them, hey, I'm started learning web development. I'm very excited about it, and share with them your portfolio. Now, the first step here in this list, create a simple portfolio. Unfortunately, I see even expert developers, they don't care about this. You know, they spend like 5-6 years developing their skills and learning this tool, that tool, but they don't know how to market themselves. And marketing yourself as a web developer is extremely easy if you know the tactics. Well, how to do that, we'll explain it in a while. Number 2, network and ask help from seniors. Number 3, freelancing for a while. Number 3, get your dream remote job. Let's go one by one for each one and explain in details what you have to do in order to market yourself very well while learning web development, which ultimately will help you grow financially, get more projects to do, and that ultimately will help you financially to get more income. All right? Step 1, create a simple portfolio using GitHub. Now, if you don't know what is GitHub, GitHub basically is a Facebook for developers. All right, Facebook is for all people. GitHub is the Facebook for developers. So it's kind of a networking platform between all developers, sharing news, sharing products, sharing tips and projects, open source to be used and seen. So GitHub is an extremely powerful tool to get started with. From the first day of learning web development, go and create GitHub account. Right now, after you finish this session, go and create a GitHub account. I really advise you. GitHub.com, and then you create a new account. Why? All right. So the reason for that is don't look for jobs. Let jobs find you. Now, this might seem controversial, but trust me and believe me, this is valid in web development. If you have something to show to employers that you have certain skills and you have the right skills, they will hire you. They will need you. They will request to join them. So don't look for jobs. Let jobs find you. Now, how to do that is by marketing yourself. Do not hide behind your screen. Don't spend like 3-4 years and then go online and tell people, hey, I'm currently now a software engineer or web developer. No, this is not going to help you. From the first day, tell the people like I'm started learning web development. It's not necessary to be like I'm professional in web development. Tell them that I'm started. At least they know. All right. So maybe in a while, some people, some friends of you might have heard about a job. They will recommend you. So that's the idea of promoting yourself from the very first day of web development. All right. Now, get started with GitHub. It's very simple. Go to github.com, create an account. This is a sample of my profile at GitHub. And by the way, I created GitHub from almost the first few months, maybe 2 months of starting web development journey. So trust me, this is a very, very good thing to do. And I have successful projects with more than 400,000 downloads from different developers around the world. So this is really valuable over the years. Start from the day one, create your account. It's totally free. Just put your information that I'm currently working as a web developer. That's it. You don't need to show off anything. Step by step, you will add your projects. You will add all your data. All right. So this is kind of an overview of my projects. I have this few open source projects, La Recipe, Zeno, Blog, and many more. You can check out by going to github.com/Salim Haddad or by going to my website, salim.dev. Now, step number 2 here is create a simple portfolio using HTML, CSS template to showcase your work. Now, this step is not necessary, it's not required. I created my website like a year ago. Even though I started with development 5-6 years ago, I created my website, my personal resume per se, last year. So no need to force yourself doing that, but it's good to have. It's a plus if you can do it. And additionally, if you just started learning HTML, CSS, put that into practical project as your resume, as your personal website, and host it. Absolutely, it's optional. No one can look for that if you want to apply for a job. Basically, they will look for your GitHub profile mainly. If you have a website, that would be a plus, but this is an optional step. There are a few resources you can download templates and you start like working with them, changing them, like this color lib. You can find more resources in the slide, Creative Tim, freecss.com, CSS Ninja, and many, many more. If you just search for HTML, CSS free template, you'll find tons of resources. So I recommend that, but it's not required. Step number 3, branding and networking. Why is that? Branding and networking gives you exposure to other people to know you that you are currently in that field, and they will start like trusting you. If you like 1 year, after 1 year telling them, hey, I can develop your product, they know that you started like 1 year. They will put their money with you, money and an investment with you to develop their ideas. So create a new social accounts with a new branding. Don't use your existing social account. Okay. This is an advice I got it from my friend. It's very good to start a new branding with the same name. Just say, like, for example, my case, Salim Haddad. Then I start a new account with Salim Haddad /web developer. And then start promote your content, your ideas, your learning tips. Like if you learn something, just share it with other people. Okay? You don't need to spend too much time on it. Just once you have time, try to do that. Attend live events free. You'll find now, especially with the COVID pandemic, you see a lot of brand new hosting their events. Attend them. There are tons of, maybe thousands of technical events around the world, totally free to attend. We at Laymoon, we host every week or even every month. We have few webinars and free events to join. So feel free to join us as well in the future. We will send you a reminder as well. Number 3 here in this list, ask seniors and practitioners. So I'm repeating this because this is really, really important. Ask them, tell them, how can I fix this? How can I improve this? Can you review my work here? So they will, give you promotion when they have something like, if you heard about a job, they will recommend you. Step number 4, freelancing for a while. Why freelancing for a while, not for forever? Because freelancing by itself, it's a great thing to start with. Telling people like, I can do your website for $50, $100, $20, maybe $1,000. It depends on your skills and availability. And then you do that for a while only, because ultimately you need to land on a job. You need to learn and work in a team. Well, if you really want to continue forever as a freelancer, no harm in that. It's absolutely free. It's free of choice. Going back to the freedom of choice back then and the first slide. But I really advise you to start freelancing, but don't take too much. Like, don't spend like more than 3 years in freelancing. Okay. If you are really good at freelancing and how to market yourself, because freelancing will give you a lot of education on terms of how to deal with clients, how to deal with invoices, system taxes, and all of that stuff. But ultimately, you need to work in a company where you learn more than that. Okay, you will learn how to scale your products. When you work as a freelancer, normally this limitation will be there. So I really advise you to freelance for a while, and I'll share with you how to do that, how to do freelancing with the simple steps. You start, as I said, by creating a GitHub account, telling people in real life that I'm currently working as a web developer, share that on social media, and that's how the journey starts. It's very simple, as you can see. Now, there are few freelancer sites you can choose from, but the key advice here from my side is pick a freelancer site and stick with it. Do not overwhelm yourself between like different tens of freelancer websites. Just focus on one, because that one will lead you ultimately to be a star developer on that website. And with that in mind, you will be able to get more and more projects, because you will be you'll become popular in that website. So pick a website and stick with it. Okay, and we'll share with you now free websites, a few websites you can register and share your services for other people, and kind of a bidding for other projects. Like some websites like Upwork on Upwork.com, they have the idea of people like companies, let's say, they come to the website and they request to build their own website, and you come to their job post and tell them like, hey, I can do this for $20, I can do this for $200. It depends. Okay, so there's two ways you can sell your service or bid for projects. Now, one of the famous website to get started with is Upwork. You'll find a lot of resources there to how to get started with Upwork. Why we choose this? Because it's very dedicated towards technology. We might find there's something like Fiverr and other resources, but Upwork is ultimately the king in this area. Create an account and start promoting your services and bid for projects. If you know Arabic and you want to develop products in Middle East and GCC, Khamsat is a good website to get started with, and also Mustaqil. Mustaqil is also similar to Upwork in terms of bidding idea. For example, this project here, they need a dynamic website, blah, blah, blah. And the budget they have is between 250 to 500. So just imagine, calculate that mathematically. If you have 10 projects a month, you'll be able to get around $3,000 or $4,000 a month, which is pretty good. No one can say no to that, right? All right, and this is free. Other resources like guru.com, freelancer.com, upwork.com, as we said, and feel free to explore more. But the king advice here is stick with one only. All right, step number 5, get a remote internship job. This is comes to the last step, but it's not necessary to be there. It can be number 3, it can be number 2. It depends on your capability of reaching those companies and telling them your skills. So we put that in order, but doesn't mean that you have to do it last step. So step number 5, get a remote job.
Sorry for interrupting, Salim. Would you mind just share again with us the 3 links that you just shared with in the previous one? Sorry for interrupting.
Absolutely, no problem. By the way, the slides will be available for you. We will send it to you. But just in case, I'm going to type them here. Or maybe one of my colleagues can help putting them in the chat, like Anoop, if you don't mind, can put that. For that, let me save some time here and continue with the slide. Step number 5, as I said, search for remote jobs. And now, especially with the pandemic, and I'm sure it will be continue onward. We have maybe thousands of job opportunities published every day about web development in general. So if you go to laymoon.com, we have a job portal there. If you just search for web developer, you will find many jobs are taking developers remotely. So you can get the chance and communicate with these companies. They will test you. They will, of course, qualify you before they will give you the offer. But try to do that. It's free. Search for any company you want and communicate with them. Another website might be remote.co. They have also, 1,000 or maybe more than that jobs remotely to search for, from web development to web design to all kind of technical aspects you can dream of. Remote.com is another example. We have angel.co/jobs is extremely powerful website, extremely useful website to get a job remotely. I put here a screenshot for several companies, like here, for example, this one, Genius. They need a full stack remote developer. Stripe as well, but they need Chicago. And you can find so many remote jobs there. So take a look. You find might be an opportunity for internship or job. There's also another websites you can take a look, like crossover.com/jobs, toptal.com, angel.co. We mentioned that. And I think this is very straightforward how you can transit your career to web development. If you compare that to your career, you absolutely will feel that web development is the easiest learning curve at all in the market. All right. Now, going back to the concepts of web development, front and back end full stack. We will show you quickly a quick demo for 5 minutes to show you how easy right now with the current tools and cutting edge technologies, how easy to build a website compared to like 10 years ago. So we will show you a quick demo on how to build a full stack application under 5 minutes. I already actually, let me show you here. So we will use a serverless framework to do that. If you don't know anything about serverless concept, it's fine. It just basically gives the ability to deploy a full stack application really, really fast without needing to provision anything related to the servers or databases or whatever. So serverless technology is amazing. I recommend you to read about it on different resources. But the main idea here, I want to show you how easy to get started developing and sharing products to other people. So for this, I will write this commands. By the way, you can try that in your machine as well. Just type this command npm i-g serverless and serverless init full stack app, and then run the second command cd full stack app and serverless deploy. Once you've done that, you'll be able to get a full stack application like the one here in the page with a complete layout, like registration, complete layout functioning, and also you will get something like a registration form, sign-in form, database, and many more. It's hosted on AWS as well. So it's very, very nice how easily in just 2 commands you will get this beautiful website. So see, it's very, very nice. And this these 2 commands actually, if I want to summarize it, days of work done in 5 minutes. Let me share with you very, very quickly the code generated for that. By these 2 commands. This is the code generated. You'll see we have API, database, permissions, site. Now, if you go to site here, I'm gonna share with you the link of that project very quickly. So serverless.salim, I already hosted that on my domain. So feel free to explore it. I'll share it here in the chat. Yes, WordPress is used for web development as well. So go to this website. You'll find the same website I shared in the slide. Now, what I want to share with you, how easy to change this project and deploy it again very fast. So this is the code generated for free for us very quickly using that 2 commands. And now we're going to show you how to change, let's say we want to change this one, a serverless, this description to be something else. So if we go here to SRC, pages, home, and then home.js. We'll scroll a little bit down. Don't worry about this, other stuff. But I will change this text here that is on the home page to be something like "Welcome everyone to this free training session from Laymoon." Okay. So I'm changing this text here. I'm going to save that, and I will run serverless deploy. Within a few seconds, you'll be able to refresh the page and see the new changes live on the page as well. So serverless deploy is a command to deploy the changes to the cloud. Don't worry if you don't if this doesn't make any sense right now, but I'm just showing you how quickly we can develop products right now with the tools we have. Please try to mute your mic so we don't have any issue. It's deploying right now. Go to that website. Once it's deployed, I will tell you to refresh the page. Then you will see the change in the text we've done. And this is how easy to develop websites right now with the cutting-edge technology. It's very, very inspiring. So it's deploying 45 seconds right now. Hopefully it will finish within a few seconds. What I said is, what I'm trying to show you here, how easy to build a project and deploy it to the cloud, put it to other people to see it, and share it with other people, like the one what I did, serverless.salim.dev. This is my own personal website. So you will see how easy to build a website and build it and share it to other people right now with the technologies available in the market. So it's deploying 90 seconds right now. Hopefully within a few seconds we'll be ready. And then you can refresh the page and see the change that we've done to this page. So we changed this text to be "Welcome everyone to this free training session from Laymoon." So it's deploying right now, waiting for a couple of seconds. And with any luck, all right, so just bear with me, it's deploying. All right, success here, cool. We have 117, 18 seconds. This is, by the way, it's not like this. It's much slower than that. It's because I'm streaming right now. Go now and refresh the page, and you should see the text changed. Welcome, everyone, to this free training session. You see how easy we can ship products to other people, like a complete website. You can try it, by the way. You can register, sign in, sign out. It's completely free to use. So I just want to share with you that it's very, very easy to do that right now with the technologies available in the market. All right. Now, how many of you think here it is very exciting to get started with these technologies like serverless and cloud computing, all of that right now? How many are you excited here? Cool, cool, wonderful. Perfect. Now, if you don't mind, let me share with you one thing we have prepared to you from Laymoon. If you don't mind, I'm going to share this offer, which is the complete 2021 Web Development Guidance Zero to Mastery virtual class. So this course, this virtual class course, we have prepared from Laymoon from tech team to give you the best out of the best in the industry, to learn the cutting edge technologies right now in the market and master them from absolute beginners. Even if you don't have any knowledge about web development, this will start absolutely with zero level. So we'll take you step by step from based on our expertise, based on our knowledge. We have people here in the team with more than 15 years experience, like Mr. Rajesh, the CTO of Laymoon. We will share you the best tips and tools, the right tools to learn and focus on in order to get started with web development. So this course will cover the following. This course curriculum will cover the cutting edge technologies, including, we start with the basic like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and the modern JavaScript like ES6, intermediate JavaScript, NPM, Get, and then we started with front end, learn the tools needed such as CSS frameworks like Tailwind, UI design principles, and you will learn also how to design websites in this course, basic graphic designs. You will be able to build a YouTube clone project. I think this is very, very nice. Back end also, you will learn about Node.js, how to build APIs, how to design databases and communicate with APIs. Also, we'll extend the project. And along with that, as you can see, we have put group projects. So if you join with a group of students, we will divide you into small projects to do group projects, and we will see who win. So it's a challenging game between the groups we will divide. Also, you will learn the cloud computing fundamentals, including AWS and serverless, including services such as EC2, Lambda, DynamoDB, Route 53. And then last thing, you will learn how to deploy your product and share it with other people. You will have your full domain. You will learn basic of CI/CD, and then finally you will be able to attend the graduation, the final exam, and pass this course. And of course, we will continue working with you on giving you the resources even after you finish the course. Now, if you join this class, you will get the following. You will get web technology fundamentals, CSS, HTML, basic graphic design, which worth 1,000 dirhams here in UAE. Additionally, you will get JavaScript backend live training, including Node.js Express serverless framework, which worth 2,500 dirhams. Also, you will gain AWS and cloud computing fundamentals live training by me personally, which worth 3,150 dirhams. And in addition to that, you will get serverless live training course worth it of 1,100 dirhams. And you will get also CI/CD live training, continuous integration, continuous development, deployment live training course, which worth 1,800 dirhams. And last but not least, you will get a career guidance for web development from us as a Laymoon team to continue your career, even if after you finish this course. This course will be 1 month duration, will be a live training. So I will be flexible with you with the timing. If you want, like, skip one day and come to the next day, that's completely fine. We will be flexible with the timing, of course, but you will find the batches on the website. Well, we will share it with you in a while. The next batch starts on 22 of this month, next week, on Sunday. And if you want to join this, you will get all of that with this course. So all of that worth actually 11,050 dirhams, which equivalent to, if you are outside UAE, it's equivalent to $3,010. But of course, we'll not charge you that much. The current price displayed on the page is 799 dirhams, which is equivalent to 218 USD dollars. Of course, we have also money back guarantee with no question asked, and split payment option available as well. Now, before we actually show you the page and how to register, Anoop promised us at the beginning of this session that there is a surprise for all the attendees here in the event to share with us. So, Anoop,
indeed.
the
Salim,
mic to you.
First and foremost, thank you so much for the session. It was quite informational.
Absolutely.
Absolutely amazing. It was very, very knowledgeable to our audience. So I'm glad that you're offering what you're offering, because the DNA of Laymoon.com is to educate our community, to educate our career hungry individuals. So what we're going to do here, the promise that we had at the beginning of the session, is we're going to do one better than what you have shared, Salim. Laymoon is going to drop down the price from 87.99 to 86.99. So that is from USD 218 to USD 190. And this is a 45% off on the full course. These are all what you're going to get, as Salim mentioned earlier. And you know what? We're going to go one ahead. We're going to offer something extremely special, especially for the guys who have stuck around with us for the whole session. As I said, I had a very big promise for you at the end of the session. There will be something very, very useful to you. And that is that for the first 10 people who register with us at this reduced rate, you will also get a 4 weeks practical internship with Laymoon.com and its partner companies. So this is what we're offering today. Not only are we offering a reduction on the course price and all these additions, we're also offering you a 4 weeks practical internship with us to get some real world experience and something that you can put on your CV at the end of the day and put you on the right path towards a new career, or to get connected with new companies and hopefully improve your career prospects at the end of the day. Salim, over to you.
That's amazing. I really like this idea. So I'm going to show you guys the link I shared in the chat. So if you want to get this chance, as Anoop said, this is a wonderful opportunity that we offer you. Even after you graduate from the course, we will give you, only for the first 10 people who register, we give 4 weeks training, practical training from Laymoon and its partners. So I will now take your questions. If you have anything in mind, please share in the comments. I will read a few of the questions that you posted earlier and try to answer them. So we have, let me go back a little bit up because we have a lot of questions from the beginning. I would like to start from, okay. Can I switch from telecommunication? This is answered. Do companies hire fresh certified students? Yes, absolutely. People are, the companies right now hire fresh graduate, but you have to show your passion. Even if you don't have anything to show off as a skill, but just tell them or show them, don't tell them, just show them how you passionate about this field and how much you care about this field to continue with. They will take that, of course. So we have, this is from Positive Vibes. Thank you for the question. Yes, it does. I'm fresh graduate. Muhammad Noor answered this question. I'm a fresh graduate, got a job. The key is to have skills. Just work hard to get the skills. It doesn't matter if you are graduate from university or not. So this is wonderful. Congratulations, Muhammad, on getting the job. This is wonderful news, for inspiring news for all the attendees here and outside as well. Yes, as Muhammad said, you need to spend time, invest time, and a little bit of money to learn new tools and get started with this field. Maybe after like few months, you'll be able to land on your dream job. And again, it doesn't necessarily to have a university degree. Personally, I'm not a computer science background. I'm totally different field, which is okay. As long as I have passion, I have the skills to continue with. Yeah. We have another question here. Someone who knows HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and little background about user interface is a web developer. Yes. This question is by Mustafa. Thank you, Mustafa, for asking this question. Yes, we consider that as a web developer. Web developer is a combination of multiple skills to produce finally the product you're working on. We will have a dedicated Q session. Thank you, Anoop, for sharing that. Has Lemon placed some people? Yes. All right. How much time duration for the training? It will be 1 month, around 25 hours learning, live learning. You'll find some of the resources on the page. Read more about this course, what you will learn in that course as well. You can mention the session for new joiners. You can mention this session. This question by Abdul Rahman. Thank you for the question. You can mention this session for new joiners. Okay, I didn't understand this question. By the way, we have a countdown for the people to join this session. So the countdown is already started, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. I think we can just reduce it to 15 minutes in this case, just to let you know. So go ahead, grab this chance. Can you mention this session for new joiners? Yes, it's valuable. We will start with this course from absolute beginners level to learn everything. This course will teach you a little bit of everything, but ultimately you will be able to understand the big picture of web development and then specialize in one area. And of course, we will guide you to do that. All right? People are willing to work for $5. How can you compete on Fiverr and Upwork? Well, if you just get started, you might show your passion. You might show your portfolio that you did several projects. You might do on your own several test projects and share it on your Upwork or Fiverr profile. And people will see that you've done this and that. And of course, they will trust you and pay you if you offer more than $5. I suggest you get started with $20, $25, $30. Don't go for $5. It's quite cheap. Start with 30 and go beyond once you gain more experience. Now, when you put like $5, you will be attracting only, kind of small, maybe big area. But when you target big companies and big profiles for your profile, try to have a reasonable price. Don't go for $5 or $2. This is not that scalable. But if you just get started, if you want to do that, there's no restriction on that. It's totally your choice. Competing with other people on Fiverr and other platforms is extremely easy if you just show and know how to market yourself very well. So don't just create a profile and hope to get the projects and get income. Start telling people on the forum, on the jobs posting, and tell them that I'm doing this, I can do that, and so on and so forth. So thank you, Positive Vibes, for asking this question. Abir asking a question. Can you share the summary in the end, please? Yes. Can you just tell me what you want exactly? Because I've been talking a lot during this session. If you just want a recap on what I did, is you need to decide the path to get started with, and then second step is focus on what you are learning. Don't overwhelm yourself. Third step is market yourself following the steps that I mentioned earlier. So that's a summary for this practical steps on how to become a modern developer and earn your dream job. Thank you, Abir, for asking this question. Until learn ABC of developer, keep your. I'm reading here the comments and the questions. Abdurrahman asked, WordPress is used for website development. Yes, it is used. No harm of using that if you just want a simple website, or maybe even a commerce website can do. But in the course that we are offering, we will teach you different set of tools that actually, kind of a cutting edge technologies right now in the market, and what our people are looking for big companies. Okay. Banji Fatuba asked, I'm a lawyer and happy to provide legal advice to intellectual property of web developers, while I also seek to build my knowledge. This is wonderful. Thank you, Banji. This is an amazing strategy to go with. You will try to relate your field to web development. This is amazing. Like what I did, for example. I studied mechatronics engineer, and I related a lot of stuff in mechatronics engineering to web development with certain projects that I built. Okay, we have some questions here. Full stack site. Yes, it's full stack site means a website that has front end, everything you can see on the page, and everything related to the back end, such as databases and security and everything, all of that. All right, I'm reading also some of the questions here. If you want to get, by the way, if you went to this page and want to check out, use the coupon WEB, WEB, to get the discount that Anoop mentioned, a reduction of the price, only for 10 people. So cool. Now we have another question, Mr. Haddad. You go very fast. Do you leave a slide for this training? I apologize if I went very fast. This presentation will be shared with you, recorded, so you can play it going like 7.07, 0.75 on YouTube if you prefer. So I apologize if I went too fast on some topics. Thank you, Anu, for answering that. All right, so do you provide the training? Yes, cool. We have people excited here, which is amazing. Excited, but the path is not that easy. I disagree with you, Mr. Rohit. The path of web development is extremely easy to get started. All you need is, as again I said, you need to know the right tools. So if you just think about web development as a big giant thing you need to learn, it will be hard. Yes, I agree with you. But if you just break it down into smaller and smaller pieces, you will be able to gain knowledge along the way and get experience with all of these technologies and languages along the way very easily, very smoothly. Cool. Okay, we have I'm reading other questions here. Is it a free training from zero to mastery, Mr. Haddad? If you are talking about the course, it will be with a minimal investment kind of thing for only 699 dirhams, which is equivalent to $190. I think this is a pretty good investment for your career. All right. Yes, all in 1 month, Mr. Siraj. The training will be might be get expanded more than one month, but it will be around 1 month and in the range of that. So I did a batch even with the larger information of this course last month, and the students did a great job. So don't worry. Yes, it will be 1 month, but you will learn a lot of stuff. And the right stuff, not only a lot of stuff, the right stuff. So we put a lot of care into this course to give you the right tools and right strategy to start with web development. Thank you, Aruba. And a nice Lamborghini. All right. So cool. So we have 7 minutes to go. Please, if you have any questions, share it in the share it in the chat. I'm reading your questions. So, what do you mean by laymun? Laymun, it's coming from an Arabic word called laymun, which is a fruit, basically. It's not a fruit. I think what they call it.
It's a lemon. It's a lime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think the original name came from an Arabic word called laymun, right?
Yes, yes. It's to signify freshness.
Yeah, exactly.
Freshness. Yes, yes.
Exactly. Okay. If do, then how I find job? Again, you will, as we said, we'll give you the opportunity to get started with an internship first. This internship will give you a lot of momentum in your career to boost and build real products used for thousands, maybe millions of users on Laymoon and its partners. So it's a great opportunity for you to continue towards your dream job. Thank you.
No problem, Aruba. If you can't find the code for Pakistan, it's fine. We will adjust it at the time of registration. Just make sure your email is correct.
Yeah. You give us a certificate? Yes, we provide you a completion of certificate after you complete the final exam of the course. So there will be a final exam at the end of the course to kind of qualify you in order to pass the course and get the certificate. Thank you, Mr. Zain, for the question. Is teaching PHP and HTML included in the 1-month course? PHP, HTML will be there, of course. PHP, we replace it with Node.js, but we might give you a little bit introduction on PHP and maybe Python if you need. Like my previous batch, I taught Vue.js, and students in that batch, they requested to know about React.js. So I did one bonus slide talking about React.js and the difference between Vue and React. So if you enroll in the course and you requested to know about PHP, we might give you, of course, flexibility to learn about PHP in 1 or 2 bonus sessions. That's absolutely fine. I have a very less knowledge about computer language. Can I still do this course? First, let me thank Mr. Francisco for the question about PHP. Mr. Muhammad Ihsan asked, I have a very less knowledge about computer language. Can I still do this course? Absolutely. Even if you don't have anything related to computer science, if you don't know anything about web development, this course will take you from absolute beginners to master web development. Can you provide certificate by Alex? Yes. Cool. Some who knows about After Effects. Okay. Some people on YouTube asked to share the offer link. All right. Okay. We have people also watching us on YouTube. We will share that with you. The countdown is for the offer that we have. So take the chance. May I have the PowerPoint presentation? Yes. Swagata. Amir Jawad, thank you. Abir, if you go and check out, just put the Cobon web, you will get the discount. So what's price after the countdown? It will go back to 799.
Yes,
as
and you will not get the internship as well.
Cool. We have 6 seats left. Amazing.
In fact, we have 4 seats left. Salim.
Wow. Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant. Cool. Only 5 seats left. Thank you, Anoop, for answering the questions here. Can you please also, Mr. Rajesh, to answer the people on YouTube as well, if you don't mind? That's the timing for the class. The timing will be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Dubai time, but that will be adjustable and flexible if you cannot make it. So we can change that as well.
Zain, you can book the course partially You can pay a partial amount. You will see this at the time of checkout. So you can actually pay in installments. This is also answering the question of Siraj as well.
Cool. Cool. We have Ahmed Muhammad. If I just know to get internship, yes. After the end of this course, you will get this opportunity from Lemon and its partners, to get 4 weeks training, practical training, developing real products used by maybe millions of users. So as you know here, we are building amazing platform for teachers and students to learn and gain knowledge. So we have so many opportunity to give you the chance to develop with us and help others to learn. Okay, thank you, Ahmed Muhammad, for asking the question. We got a recording of the class. Yes. Cool. How much hour per day? It will be around 2 hours, maybe 2.5. It depends on the topic, but basically the average will be 2 hours, or the minimum 2 hours. Will be the course time. All this information, if you go to the page, you will find all this information, but I will repeat that for you, no worries. The timing will start, the next batch will start on next week, 22nd November, from 7 to 9 p.m. Sorry, I told you the wrong information. It will be from 7 to 9, not from 6 to 8. But of course, as I said, it will be flexible if you can't make it at this time. Cool. Do you know now free PHP generator and converting PHP desktop? I didn't understand this question by El-Monsef. Do you know free PHP generator and converting PHP desktop? Do you mean like I don't know what do you mean by this question? Can you elaborate more on this? So we have 6 more seconds to end this offer, and here we go. That's it. So
Thank you, Salim. For Zain and for Siraj, you have to make a partial payment right now, which you can do once you book. Then it'll take you to the checkout.
Yeah. Do you know free? Do you know PHP, and do we need to know PHP and .NET? Absolutely not necessary. As I said, you have to know the right tools, and you focus on one tool at a time. So a replacement for PHP and .NET in our course will be Node.js. But absolutely, you have a freedom to go and learn .NET and PHP on your own. I will take a few more questions here. I have booked, but time, please pay. Okay, what is time zone? Time zone is GST, Dubai timing. PHP tools. I don't know actually what you exactly mean. You can, message me on salim@laymoon.com. I will be happy to reply to you for that question. I think if you are lucky, you can try. Maybe we have this offer right now. Try that. All right. So I think that's all from my side as well. And I completed all the questions here. Maybe we have some questions on YouTube. I'm not able to see them.
Any general, you feel anything generally that you would want to answer, Salim? Anything about today's course, something that you have in mind, any general question, any general answer that would be beneficial or would help answer any of our remaining participants?
All right. Again, just I don't know if I have enough information. More than that, actually, all the information about the course are listed. But basically, in this course, you will be guided by me personally, and with Mr. Lajish will be a course consultant. So you will get real feedback on your work in real time. So even if you like have a problem during the sessions, you might ask me like, I need to fix this problem on my laptop. We will be more than happy to assist you. And you can ask previous students on this. We managed to help them a lot during on that. So you will be guided toward that step by step. and fixing all the issues that we might face on your laptop or during the learning process. Cool.
Very
I think
welcome,
that's.
Wasim. Thank you
Let me
for joining
just
us.
pick one question from YouTube.
Please. Salim, the multitasker, on YouTube, on Google, all over the place.
Thank you, Anoop. Thank you very much for hosting this event. I think, I hope that I give you enough information to inspire you at least to begin your journey with web development. This is very exciting journey, at least for me. And if you kind of like me, I like to have a freedom in everything, in terms of money, in terms of time, in terms of location, in terms of anything. So this is, I think, the big plus in web development. You'll have freedom of choice in all aspects. So I'm just reading quickly the questions on YouTube, and then we will call it off. Cool. All right. I think that's all. If you have any questions, you feel free to message us at salim@laymoon.com. I'll share my email in the chat in case if you need anything to ask. You can also chat with us on laymoon.com or whatever contact channel you want to reach us. We are more than happy to help you and assist you. Thank you very much all for joining this session, and I hope to see you in the class soon. Thank you, Anoop also.
Thank you, Salim. Thank you. I'm just responding to Rohit before we sign off. Yes, Rohit. For 10 people so far, there are 3 seats remaining. Please go ahead and book. Thank you. Thank
Beautiful.
you, Romel. Thank you.
Thank
Fantastic.
you. Have a nice
If you
day.
have any other questions, you can email salim@laymoon.com or myself, Anoop@laymoon.com. Thank you for your
Brilliant.
time. Have a lovely evening. Stay safe. Stay happy, and we look forward to doing the full course with Salim and welcoming you to our little class and our little family. Thank you
Absolutely.
guys. Thank you guys. Thank you, Salim. And
Thank you.
I wish everyone safe health and lovely evening ahead. Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Anoop. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Take care. Thank you, Sabrine. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.